No, I want to be a follower. My goal in life is to be a follower.
How much can you see? You can't see me, right? You go through the bottom.
Go live, folks.
We can see you.
I put my hand there to be you for a minute. Wasn't the same.
Where exactly?
Okay, we are
My management fees.
live. We are live.
We're live.
We are.
Okay.
Yeah.
People were in the building.
People are in the building.
This goes over there. So you all
Happy
can
Whiskey Wednesday,
share
everybody.
and drink between.
Okay, I'll put it.
frames.
We are now live. Welcome to all. For sure, it's a Whiskey Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024.
We're back.
We are back, man. It's been
In full effect.
7 days.
7
right?
days. Yes.
Indeed, and excited to be back amongst everyone who's joining in to have fun with us this fine evening. And we have some special guests in the house, which is super exciting for us as well. Gosh, not that one, and not that one. Here we go. Look at our studio audience, everybody.
Yes.
Yes, Brent is in the house. Susan is here as well as Nichole. Welcome, guys. Appreciate you
Thanks
being
for
here.
having us.
Thanks for having us.
Oh, we are ready.
You all ready for some whiskey?
We're always ready for whiskey. That's why we're here.
I'm literally here to referee.
Nice.
Referee the whiskeys. Okay.
For sure. All right. Well, we're gonna start off the party, and gosh, of course, we start off by mixing our glass with a little bit of water, get it hydrated.
Absolutely.
Hydrate our
Get a
glasses.
little
So
chill
you're
on
good.
that glass.
Get a little chill on the glass, right? Holding the glass by the stem or by the base, right? So
Hydrate
we're
your
gonna
glass.
warm that glass up too fast. And our first whiskey of this lineup is gonna be the Old Bardstown. We'll go ahead and pour that
What
up.
lineup is this?
Right?
We didn't tell the folks.
Yeah, we're gonna pour it up first as I tell the folks. You know, we have a
So I'm
studio
getting ahead of
audience,
myself.
and
I'm
you know,
sorry.
we have a lot of whiskey to pour. I'm
That's
not gonna,
chill.
take too long before we get some whiskey into the glass, right?
I'm getting
I'll
ahead
take a
of
little bit
myself.
more, brother.
Okay.
But
You heard
But
man. See
this
the
is-
oils?
the Willett lineup, folks. All of these whiskeys on the table come from the great Willett Estate out of Bardstown, Kentucky. And they have, of course, their Willett branded products. The green tops and purple tops, we all know, of course. You all may have seen us open up this purple top in the past. It is the 8-year wheated recipe for a fun bourbon experience we're going to have at the end. But we're going to start with one of their old school brands, the Old Bardstown, that has been owned by Willett for some time. And as of about 2020, what's inside of everything that's labeled Willett these days is their own distillate. So that's a lot of fun. When they started actually distilling their whiskeys again, aging and bottling it all in-house. So we're starting with the Old Bardstown, which is probably their value-oriented arena. I think there's one that comes in maybe just a little less or it used to as far as price point goes. But for us, this is a staple at that mid-$20 to $30 price point. It's always a lot of fun. So we're starting with Old Bardstown 90 proof, everybody. So let's get into it.
Yes. I can't wait.
For sure. Hey, happy Whiskey Wednesday
Whiskey
to
Wednesday.
everyone. And
Happy hump
Happy
day.
Whiskey Wednesday.
to the studio audience as well. And we must
Happy Whiskey Wednesday.
I'll be remiss if I don't mention that it's Brent's birthday
Happy
today.
birthday.
So a very happy birthday to
Oh, it
you,
is
sir.
a happy
Nice.
birthday with Whiskey Wednesday. Thank you, Ernie.
Indeed. So, gosh, good stuff.
It smells
Nothing knows on
fresh.
this. Of course, we do have a couple fresh cracks on the table, but this one is about half fill,
Yes.
or half empty. I'm going to say half filled because I'm going to be optimistic,
Half filled. Okay.
right?
Bottle's always half full.
Indeed, the bottle's always half full.
Oh, look at that. Shout out to M Dog and Ellie in the building.
M-Dog! We were just talking about you.
Ellie says those three are the coolest ever. Susan's my icon. Brent's a referee.
We miss you guys.
We do miss them.
Indeed. Shout out to Matt and Ellie out in Montana.
Shout out to Sweet Key in the building.
Sweet Key, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening?
Ah,
All right.
this
So
smells fresh, caramels. This freshness.
it is. There is a freshness factor to this that's
It's
just
very smooth.
really,
Some
really
butterscotch.
nice.
Very smooth.
Some butterscotch on the nose.
100%.
Mm-hmm. Think it's pretty smooth, huh?
Yeah,
Susan?
I
Yep.
do.
Yep, absolutely.
It smells like it's going to be have a little more bite, and it's very smooth.
Absolutely.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Absolutely. So the caramel notes, a little bit of the butterscotch.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. A fresh little a hint of a pepper spice
Oh, yeah.
slash almost spearmint like note.
Very.
Just a
I can
little
see it. I
minty,
can
like
see it.
green minty, grassy. That's from the rye.
Green
note.
minty on the nose.
It's when you say it, I can smell it, but I don't know if I smelled it before you said it.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's kind of that
It
freshness
definitely
of
has
the alcohol.
and
right?
a pepper spice too. Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right, let's give it a little
see.
taste now.
Whoa, that's way too smooth.
Mm-hmm.
That is very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
I get some of the TS we were talking about when the taste.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Into the palate. It's almost like a green tea peppercorn it evolves into.
Yeah, get that.
Mm-hmm. And this bottle has been open for a couple months now. And I will say, possibly when it's a fresh crack, you will get a little bit more of a heavier caramelization that really coats the palate. Right now, that little bit of youthfulness has blown off a bit. You're starting to see a bit more of the spices,
Some
and
mature
kind of
characteristics.
the slightly drier note.
Right.
Some of the more open characteristics of the
Does
whiskey.
it
which is
feel a
lot of
little
fun.
tannic?
How did I get there, folks? I don't want to be so up and close with you guys. I want to go there.
Does it feel a little tannic, like on the tongue? Like
Yeah, a
some
little bit of
tannin?
tannin. Mm-hmm. Bit of tannin. Absolutely. All right. What did you all think about the flavors?
I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
And into
I'm
the
getting
finish.
those caramel notes. in there.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's
Really
that
nice,
smoothness
smooth,
at the
yeah.
end. Yeah.
Indeed. All right.
It
Yeah.
smells like it smells on the nose like I'm about to jump into like some sweet buttery notes.
Like,
I'm not getting any of that for this.
you're getting a lot of
Mm.
Not like oils in there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that one. You can drink that one.
Definitely a lot of oil characteristics and viscosity for this production, especially folks. I think at the price point where it competes, mid to high 20s, $30. There's a lot going on here. It's a bit more of a serious whiskey.
Yeah.
It would compete directly with things like a Bullet
Mhm.
bourbon, right?
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
even like even to a Jim Beam, right? It will still
A
compete with
little lighter.
It's
those,
well above
right?
the Jim.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah, I'll say it's probably a tick higher in price point than Jim Beam, a tick lower in price point than Bullet, sitting right in the middle. But stylistically, it's more mature
value.
flavor.
Yeah.
I would
I
say
have to say, I'm a
has more
Bullet guy.
complexity.
I
Mhm.
like that. I think I like that significantly better than the Bullet.
You like this one significantly better?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's a lower price point, that's
That's a
steal.
steal.
Indeed. Yeah, we sell it for $24.99.
Wow.
That's
At the
purpose-
moment, and hopefully we can keep
that's
that
the
going.
purpose of this podcast right here. To put these brands in front of you and give you some value and amazing bang for your buck.
Absolutely, and I definitely think that this one does it. So, Zoe, I'm gonna let you start off with the ratings. Man. What do you think about this?
It's an everyday drinker for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna denote some of that rating.
Okay.
But for what it is,
Mhm.
I'm gonna go 6.5.
0.5. Okay.
6.5.
That.
For that and to be outstanding in that category.
Mm-hmm.
Great value, good flavors.
Yes, indeed.
I mean, we had a lot of tasting notes, but I don't consider it really complex.
Right.
There were things you could spot out and taste,
Gotcha.
but I don't think they quite blended
Gotcha.
and all that. So I'm gonna say that's 6.5.
Okay. That. I think that I am in agreement with you that there's not a ton of complexity there, but for the money, it really does over deliver. I think that this is a great everyday, whether you come home and you just want to sip a little something, that's just gonna kind of be the right complexity where there's enough nuance there that'll keep you engaged. It's absolutely fine. It's a great starting point for especially starting your night of enjoyment, right? The first whiskey that you might have. But if you're gonna whip up a quick cocktail, hey, you're not losing anything. You're paying like $25 for it, $30. So I think that there's a lot of value in production. And so for that, I do like it quite a bit. I'm gonna go 6.75, just a tad bit higher than you, Zoe.
Okay.
And I think that's fair. What do you think, man?
I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I was toggling between those two ratings.
Okay.
But
Indeed.
What's
All
the
right.
top?
So
What's the highest you can get?
6.75.
675 is the
Bernie
highest you can
did.
get.
Oh, the top is 10.
10. 10,
Okay.
10, 10. Okay.
out of 10. Yeah. All right. Now we're gonna go over to the birthday boys. So it's out of 10.
All right.
Now, of course, 10 being, the most exceptional whiskey you will have ever tasted in life. And 5 being kind of just average. I'm not disappointed with it, but I'm not necessarily going to recommend it.
It's a tough call because I actually really like it. I think it box above its weight class. I know it all comes down to the price point, right? For the price point, I'm going to give it a 7.5.
Nice.
Not that I think it's a super high end, but like for the price point, can't argue with that. It's a good whiskey for where it's at.
Yeah. All right. How about you, Susan?
I agree that you could drink that every day, right? I don't know
Yeah.
if I'd make a cocktail with it because I think you'd lose some of it.
Mhm.
But I agree with you. I think I'd give it like a 6.5.
Fantastic.
To be clear, though, I've got the referee outfit, so I feel like my weight.
You can blow the
carry a
whistle.
little bit. I might blow my whistle, but I don't want to blow your bike.
No.
For sure. And how about for you, Nicole?
I've been drinking Reposado.
Oh, wow.
On the
So that means
whiskey
you are not
podcast.
participating
She's a day early for
in
Tequila Thursday.
whiskey. There you go.
Wow.
There you
We're
go.
doing Tequila Thursday on Whiskey Wednesday. All right.
Some of us are ahead of our time. What can you say,
But I
right?
kind of feel like I'm missing out. I should have started with her.
Yeah.
Tomorrow she'll
well,
drink whiskey.
it's-
I know, right? Never want
It's-
to follow the rules.
It's all good. It's all
Somebody
good.
get her out the camera.
Right. Well, hey, folks, that was
it.
our rating.
We're going to take a water break
um
and rinse.
review, and let's get to moving on to the next whiskey, everybody.
Yes. Take
Fun
this
stuff.
nice water break.
For sure.
Absolutely.
And we might need to do a fresh crack from here. Let's do fresh cracks here. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That guy here is just like,
Yeah, man. I mean, we can
Just pour that
start
for a
with
drink.
the little corner of that, and then move into the fresh crack, and we can rate both of them.
Oh,
How
there
about
you
that?
go.
okay.
How about that?
We'll
Little
go
taste
into
test.
these.
Yeah.
And then okay, y'all. Folks, I never know what this guy's going to do when he does it.
Man. So, we'll keep it fun, man. It's Brent's birthday. Once again, shout out to my buddy Brent Linder. Of
Thank you,
course,
Bernie.
he is the proprietor, the owner of Taoti Creative.
36 years old, Bernie.
36 years.
Started the company when he was 11.
36 years.
Nice.
Or something like that. I'm rounding a little bit, but
Mhm.
Nice.
Close to the nearest 10.
I'm older than Brent, everyone.
So check him out. Is it Taoti.com or is it
Daily.com. Thank you.
And the 507 events.
507 events. He's
Yeah.
right here, located just 2 doors down from Chat's Liquors at 507 8th Street Southeast, right here on Barracks Road, Capitol Hill, Washington,
Right.
D.C. So check them out if you need any type of marketing, website build,
There you go.
creation, or event prep, event space, event marketing, all that stuff, right?
Thanks, Bernie.
Absolutely, Susan. Getting all the brownie points I can. Of course, we've hosted so many events over at Taoti Creative. The 507 Events Lounge.
The 507events.com.
.com. But what do we call it?
Oh, the lounge
That is
upstairs.
lounge,
Yeah.
Right?
That is the best part.
So
Yeah.
shout out to 507events.com for sure.
Yeah.
507 Events Lounge or 507 Events
The large
first floor,
space.
the
Yeah.
large space. Yep, absolutely. So check them out, folks. Check them out. All right. So Alonzo and I, we're going to take a little nose.
We're going to take a nose on this already
Of this.
open
Yeah, we
corner.
did.
bottom of the corner.
The corner. bottom of the bottle.
I'm getting spirit.
B.O.B.
That's probably about it.
Spirit note, little spearmint. It's very, very open. There's not a lot of intensity of
It's
flavor
not.
in this
No,
one.
it's not.
Although you do see mimic just a couple of those flavors from the first one, but just maybe a little bit more spirited. So a bit of the spearmint-like characteristics,
Yeah, I'm getting that.
the pepper-like characteristics. Not as much of the caramel.
Some more woodsy, maybe.
A little bit more woodsy. Yep. All right.
Well, let's see what the old bottle tastes like.
Okay. Well,
I don't think there was much there for me to really go off.
it's because we can't have a second sip, right? A little bit more spirited, slightly drier, although the sweetness says there is candy, but a drier profile into the finish. It's gonna be neat to have the fresh crack right now. So let's go ahead and open up that fresh crack.
Yeah, I definitely need that for that one.
Yep.
Do we rate this? Do we rate the old
No,
bottle?
we're gonna rate the
Breeze
fresh
over it.
crack.
Okay.
Or we can just
Keep it breezing, baby.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Gotta have the
Fresh crack.
Gotta have the fresh crack.
Now, let's
So
see.
shout out to everybody who's joined in. Thank you.
All right.
Uncrowned, how are you? Be faith. Hello,
Let's get
hello.
into
And
there.
of course.
I'll get over here.
Thank you. Soul Wash is here. What's happening? Toffee, what's happening, bro?
Let's get into this one.
And
To the birthday guy.
Cheers. Thank you.
do these still?
That's me.
still-
That's me.
Oh yeah, that's you.
Yeah, I checked. I was like,
How do you pronounce that?
Subi. You got it.
Okay.
Yep.
Still.
I don't even think I've seen that pop up.
Yeah, I tune in.
Wonderful. All right. So now we know. Now we know exactly
All right.
what your handle is.
Bardstown.
All right, Bardstown Bourbon Company. Once again, folks, this is a lineup of Willett family distillings products. They are out of Bardstown, Kentucky, and they are one of my favorite producers, to be honest. Right? I just across the board, I love what they've been doing over the years. I fell in love initially with them producing single barrel bottle productions that were from the most notable Willett Distillery bottlings that Julian Van Winkle bottled up himself from them. 16-year-old, 18-year-old, bottles of single barrel of whiskey. Just amazing. This is 20 some years ago. So fast forward, they are distilling again, and most all of the products that they make are from their own distillery. So as we move into this series,
Vanilla, not banana.
this is the 101 series. So everything is 101 proof. So 50.5% alcohol.
How much?
Let's see what we got. 101. 101 proof.
I am drinking above and beyond these days, Matt.
Indeed. Yes, you
Bernie,
have graduated
wow.
to that point, right?
I've got to
Yes.
say, when you said banana, I thought you were crazy.
I said banana. I smell banana. I smell
love
banana.
I mean, this is actually lovely. This is great.
Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
Am I making that up?
I'm thoroughly impressed.
I was like, you're gonna say things, and I'm like, it's not banana. I smell that instead.
like,
But
I don't think
banana.
I smell. I didn't smell.
There is a complexity.
The
I'm
first
not used to.
sniff
This
smelled
is-
like banana.
I
Like
didn't
a
smell
hint of
banana
banana,
until you said banana.
right?
Yeah. Good. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go a little
quite
more.
like
I'm gonna go a little more Hefeweizen,
Oh,
which
yeah.
fits in that same realm, like that Hefeweizen.
You know,
bubblegum.
I'm married to a German girl, and you start throwing around German
Half
beer
of it,
names
but
like that. You're
Right.
thrown
but it's
down.
still, it's like the banana, like all of that
The
that you get from it.
bubblegum,
Yep,
like the
yep.
little clove in there.
Little orange, little clove, yeah.
Indeed.
This is good stuff, though. I have to say, I like this.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good. And
Wow,
for 101, it's very
Maddie said he's drinking 131.7 right now.
what?
Matt, what are
I
you
can't
drinking?
believe
What are you drinking
it is
tonight, Matt?
Really smooth
Yeah,
for
it
the,
is.
for the octane.
What are you drinking, Matt?
Matt's drinking 137 proof.
I had 144 proof whiskey.
How was it?
It drank probably like a 124. Like it was like crazy smooth for it to be
Okay,
144.
I was about to say.
Crazy.
So was it okay?
And they's like, oh, this is hazmat proof. I was scared. And it really drank like so smooth for 144.
Right.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Mhm.
I want to know what Matt's drinking at
I know. Has he
131.
written
Jack
back yet?
Daniels Barrel Proof Rye.
Wow.
I'll tell Matt I need some loading done. I'm get his ass back out to DC.
Don't-
Matt,
Come back
Brent
and
needs
visit.
some welding done. He needs a new iron staircase welded in.
I actually did. That's you know,
I feel like
That's
she
a
knows
true
that.
story.
Yes.
No, I swear, I
just
just
guess
grabbed
that?
the first thing out of the air.
No.
Matt knows I knew.
The
I
staircase
tried
to
to
the
find-
I
roof.
knew the iron staircase.
I tried to find something that seems heavy and difficult. That's the first thing I came up with.
No, there's
I had
a-
no
they
idea.
talked
that's
about a
what it is.
staircase to the roof. Yes.
I had no idea.
Staircase to the
I am
roof.
psychic. So
Matt-
why
Matt-
can I
Matt
You
not?
really
knows
are.
about that.
Why
Yeah.
can I not win any sports bets? But I just
well,
guess that out of everything in the world, I guess that right.
maybe you should make a sport bet tonight since you could be on a roll
You know
now,
what?
right?
I could be on the
Indeed,
road.
indeed.
What do you
So
think
Susan,
about this
how
one?
about banana?
Banana.
Yeah, I see a little bit of
Just like
like
right
a
at the
banana
front, like
cream.
just like a little bit.
The
Yeah.
vanilla,
little.
and I love vanilla. Those are great.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
first
the
sniff, and I was like, "What
vanilla.
is that?" And I was like, "It's kind of like banana."
Yeah,
This
so
might be
that's
the
where
first
where I get the
banana smell.
Banana cream.
Yeah, like a
Yeah,
vanilla,
like
banana, like that sort of
banana,
like
yep.
creamier. Yeah.
Mhm.
This is my first banana smell.
And then there's still the
He's gonna say something like,
overtones
"Oh, I
of
smell
like toasted caramel.
Yes.
You know, the toasted characteristic is pretty forward. Hints of caramel, but once again, nothing that's too overly sweetened,
Mm-mm.
right?
Yeah, I'm getting like this toasted whipped cream on top of the banana pudding. When it
Like
caramelizes,
when you-
not
yeah.
creme brulee like that.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like
Sugary
vanilla. It's like a
sweet.
little vanilla, like but not like super sweet vanilla.
Uh-huh.
Like a
It-
yeah.
Like still you have the freshness, almost vanilla bean, almost like the
The curd out of the
itself, where there's a little bit of tannic, so it's like
Yeah.
slightly dry, right?
Yeah.
It's the essence of, but nothing, you know,
The essence of vanilla
syrupy
bean.
and
All I know is that's some yummy, bro.
all right, nice.
that spirit note really shows up.
Mm-hmm.
It was good.
Mm-hmm. Mm. So I say on the palate, the oils, the concentration, the viscosity is like sweet, right? There's a sweetness to it, almost like a syrup, right? It is showing that it's like that high proof. The spirit note does shine through and keeps the spirit note from being too over the top, right?
Yeah, it's not overwhelming or crazy, no.
Mm-hmm. But there's a freshness, almost a light little chewiness, but a freshness and kind of a direct flavor extension that doesn't really give you a lot of broad
No.
kind of character across the palate. It's a little bit more focused, some sweet tones there, the spirit tones, caramel, toast, a little bit of grassiness, not too much, but a little bit of grassiness. But what really does capture the mid palate, I think, is this kind of sweet syrup-like note, almost like a
I can see the syrup note. I think
Yeah.
the mouthfeel is like long lasting in a sense.
Yeah.
But flavors go away too fast for me.
Like you can feel it longer than you can taste it.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like this one, like when I said it was a little tannic here, this one's way more tannic on my tongue than this one.
Mm-hmm.
But I definitely can feel the mouthfeel longer than I can taste the flavors of the whiskey. Definitely pause, Ellie. Definitely. Definitely.
Well, it's a fresh crack. I love that. Still the spirit note is well integrated into the flavors. This one probably just has a slightly lower youthful kind of fruit
Right.
extract in it.
Right.
There's some structure there, and there's some sweetness from the corn and the body of the distillate itself. For the price point, in that mid $30 to $40 range, I will say that this one can be fun for a bourbon base, a cocktail for baking, like
Oh.
especially when we're talking about some of the baking that we might do
Yeah.
over the next couple
Baking?
months.
Oh,
Bernie,
yeah.
what kind of baking are you doing?
Man,
The
well,
holidays are upon
I
us.
want to know what kind of baking you're doing.
you know
Bourbon
what?
balls, all
I'm
that
talking-
stuff. Yeah.
I'm talking to a guy And I said we, right? As if I'm going to be there
Baking.
with him.
He's
I'm
like, but I'll
definitely gonna
sample
be
all the
enjoying
things.
some things that he has
Yeah.
prepared for us, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But I'm sitting here talking to a baker.
To be fair,
Like everyone has their own
I
talent.
made three
This
three
guy.
loaves of sourdough bread a week. So like I know a little bit, you know, a little
But
bit
putting
about
bourbon
baking.
in desserts is different than bread
I
baking.
have not
Yeah.
spiked my bread yet, but you know that's actually an
No
interesting
spiked
idea.
bread. Well, I'll be
So what
saving-
would you bake with this?
Oh, this is definitely going like sweet potato pie.
Oh, okay.
Most certainly.
That's not what I've been.
Sweet potato pie.
Like, would you flavor
have
it
you
with
ever-
cream or anything like that? Like
No, I mean I was going into the
putting
actual.
it into the pie?
Yep. I mean I could do like a drizzle, like a nice do like a pound cake with a bourbon.
Yeah.
A bourbon drizzle, frosted drizzle over the top.
I don't know if anyone's ever done a banana pudding, like boozy banana.
That's what I would say boozy banana.
Because it's
pudding.
got a little
I'm thinking-
banana
I'm gonna
Right
say
next
boozy
door
banana
does a
pudding.
boozy banana something
milkshake,
or
but
other,
you could
right?
do a boozy
I'm about
banana
to say
pudding.
boozy
That
banana
would be
pudding.
good. You
But
should
you know,
try that.
But how you would have to do it is you couldn't really do it in the actual pudding. And
You'd have to do it
cream.
in the cookies,
You had to
right?
do it in the cookies. Soak the cookies.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to definitely soak the cookies. Yeah.
You could do
Yeah,
like a
you could do it.
bourbon,
You don't
like
think you could do
twist
it
on a
with cream?
tiramisu.
No, because the cream and the
So
alcohol,
coffee,
once
use
it go in the
bourbon?
refrigerator,
I'm very intrigued.
the
I'll
sugar
like
that's
like-
in the
Make
pudding.
banana pudding with bourbon.
Yeah.
So it will be loose and start getting watery.
Okay.
It would too fast.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotcha.
But definitely soaking the
Bourbon
cookies.
banana pudding. Yeah.
All right.
What about bourbon balls?
Well,
Like just like
Ball.
like almost like fudge, but you put bourbon in them. They're like
oh yeah.
you
Oh,
roll them
yeah.
in pieces.
That would probably
So
be
good.
with that. I like that it has that sweet characteristic, but then you
Mhm.
also have the booze that once it comes
Yeah.
out, you'll get like sugar crystals.
the-
almost,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like warm sugar crystals with that.
Are you
Bernie,
getting
you
you
know
getting
what else
recipe
is good,
ideas?
Bernie?
What's that?
I am
Brent?
getting recipe ideas.
Bourbon in the glass.
Bourbon in a glass.
You could have
Bourbon
your
glass.
bourbon banana
That
pudding with your bourbon.
said,
Bourbon,
Brent,
banana.
we need your rating for this one out of 10.
Ooh, out of 10. Ooh, this is a tough one. So once again, I'm a little bit torn because I feel like there's quality versus value here. You got to weigh the return on investment, right?
Indeed.
All right. I'm gonna give this one like a 6.5.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Backwards.
good.
You went
right?
backwards, yeah.
It's a good bourbon. It's not that it's the best bourbon ever, but for the price point, you can't ignore that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Regardless of the price point, I think I would give it like a 7.5, maybe. That was like I could drink that. Like more. I liked the first one. I like that one a lot better.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Beautiful. 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 That's awesome. Okay.
Wow.
So come on.
I'm in agreement. I'm gonna go a pinch higher. I'm gonna go 6.75 with this
Alright.
one.
Mm.
They're both they drink light for me.
Yeah.
There's not like again, I'm saying there is a consistency with flavor and spirit note and structure,
Mhm.
but the youthfulness you were talking about, some of the fruit flavors and maybe more intense caramels, like there's a little more I want from my whiskeys.
Okay.
But I mean solid. I'm gonna go 6.75. I like this one better.
Nice.
I gotta go a step higher.
Yeah. Well, I think I was at a 6.75 for
Right.
the
Mhm.
Old Bardstown 90. I think it's just unbelievably balanced and approachable. Old Bardstown 101. I'm gonna go a quarter under. I'm gonna go 6.5 for that one.
Interesting.
Just because at the proof point, I'm not necessarily finding it as balanced as the first whiskey, although they're good whiskeys, right? I think that maybe a little bit more extraction of like fruit note or heavier in the mid palate, slightly warmer tones maybe could elevate it. But I think Old Bardstown 90 is so balanced. I have to give that one the edge. That's my opinion, folks. We all
Have our opinion.
we all
Everyone's
have
gonna
our
like it if you
opinions,
like
and
bourbon.
We all think that
Yeah.
these are relatively similar as far as quality level,
Definitely so.
as they should be, because they are literally from the same distillate, the same estate producer.
Around the
And
same
so
price.
it's just slightly different proof points. And so I do like the 90 proof over the 101. So yeah, that was our rating
for
for
the
Old Bardstown 101 Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey, of course, distilled at Willett Family Distilling out of Bardstown, Kentucky. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna take that next water rinse. Drink between your drams. Drink responsible.
Indeed.
Absolutely. Drink
I drink
responsible.
brands, for sure.
All right, we're stepping up to the next private stock.
Absolutely. And
We did that.
once again, folks, we had to enjoy these Willett released products. Old Bardstown, Johnny Drum, and the good old Rowan's Creek, all 101 proof bourbons.
Mm.
Slightly different selections
Let's see
from
how you rank
the Rick House between these productions, all in that 4 to 6 year age range, but literally just based on where they select the barrels for each of the blends between these brands is what makes these whiskeys unique, independent of one another. So although they're all about the same age range, they're all about the same mash bills.
Okay.
They really do differ when it comes to flavor profile. So happy to get into the Johnny Drum next. Let's see what we got. Lonzo's going to bless us with a fresh crack.
Johnny Drum,
Absolutely.
101. Okay. Fresh crack,
Mhm.
boy. We some spoiled people on this show.
But I have to say, very excited about the Rowans because I've got a little bit of a bias here. It's one of my favorites.
It's one of your favorites.
I've got a
Good.
bottle on the shelf. It's one of my go-tos.
You know what?
Good.
I've
Good.
never had Rowan's.
Oh.
I haven't never had Noah's Mill either. So this is new ones for me.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
All right. Well, it's going to be a treat for us all.
Okay, man.
Bernie's
Partying
thirsty.
tonight?
Every other week.
We partying tonight?
Every other week, you party every night.
I can party on the Whiskey Wednesday. Every other week.
All right, folks.
Every other week, I can party every night.
Every other week, folks.
Indeed, you know it. So, the Johnny Drum private
Ooh.
stock
Raymond knows.
101.
Mm.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah, the
Folks,
nose on this jumped up so much.
Right. Let's just get the Glen Kieran cam going for the first time tonight. We get a little Glen Kieran cam. Check that out. Look at the color of the whiskey, folks. Boom, there we go. Yeah, let's turn the bottle now. Oh, as you can see our price point. Aesthetic purposes, but we got a nice little up close and personal view. Absolutely, and you can see the color. Very close, I will say, pretty close to the old Bardstown, maybe just with a slightly higher golden hue to the Johnny Drum. I don't know if it shows up necessarily on cam, but
like right here.
there we go.
The nose on this is the best so far tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, I think the nose of this one, you get slightly warmer characteristics. Yeah.
The nose on this is
What are
amazing.
you thinking, Brent?
You give it the yummy rating.
I did give it the yummy rating. I'm not that sophisticated, but like
The yummy
I
rating.
could drink that all day long. That is
Yes.
a good
Yes.
all day sipping bourbon.
A lot better.
I like it. I could get into this for you.
He gave it the yummy rating.
Yummy rating.
There's an official yummy rating.
On a scale of 1 to 10.
yummy, this is
Yummy.
yummy.
It's very profound.
Gotta love that. Gotta
I'm
love
that.
that.
very
Right.
sophisticated
It's very
in
profound.
Hey,
my palate.
Indeed.
I have one and I have yummy.
Indeed.
this is smell good. I don't know quite what I'm smelling yet. Some custard, maybe.
Well, I think that Susan's pointing out of banana. I think still you kind of get probably a little bit of a heavier caramelization.
There is.
that brown of banana.
I'm feeling you, Bernie. There's
Yep.
definitely like a.
Like a-
I like that caramelization, but you're right. It's a little heavier in this one. I mean, a little,
There you go.
almost plantains. If we're going to talk about bananas,
Oh,
right?
plantains.
Caramelized
Yes.
bananas and plantain.
Yeah.
Wow, this guy's on fire.
It's yummy and it's got plantain.
I get what you're putting down. I mean, I get that. It's really
Plantain.
Beautiful. Yep. Indeed.
I kind of smell sherry. What is it
Ooh,
aged in?
A little sherry, huh?
Yes. What is it aged
Yeah.
in?
So like a little bit of an oxidative like note, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely.
No?
A little bit of reduction.
Yeah, it's like it's
happening,
not sweet, but it smells like, yeah, it just like that
little oxidative like wood note as
wood.
well.
It's wood, but it's like a sweet wood without being sweet.
Uh-huh.
She's professional.
She is absolutely.
Smelling
Come on,
You don't
sherry.
smell sherry?
Smelling Oloroso.
Susan is in the house, folks. She is in the
Smell
house.
sherry.
Check her bar.
No, because it's like it smells familiar, and then I have to think about it, and I was like, "Is it sherry?" And then it just kind of, I think that's what the
Yeah.
word is.
It does kind of give you a little bit of a
It's funny she says that because this
Oloroso-esque.
but this gives me a rum barrel finish on the taste.
Well, it kind of rum as well because of the warm climate, and I love that you all are saying this because of the warm climate of the Caribbean, where spirit is aged. Because how sherry is aged in an oxidative like style, kind of more so in the southern regions of Spain, right?
Mhm.
Where you're closer to the equator, warmer areas, you get those oxidative characteristics. Well, once again, I mentioned that the selection of each of these whiskeys, while they're about the same age, about the same mash bill within the blend, there are different selection points
In the Rick
for
House.
each from the Rick House. Of there are 7 or 9 stories
Wow.
at the Willett Distillery. Johnny Drum, I believe, is a combination of whiskey from the middle and higher floors of the Rick House. So you're talking about as heat rises
Right.
within the aging of these within any rick, whether it's one floor or multiple floors, then arguably you're going to have a average constant temperature warmer on the higher floors than you do on the lower floors, especially during the summertime, right? And so that selection can change concentration intensity and extraction intensity amongst the whiskeys that you're bottling. So there we go.
Wow. I'm definitely getting this rum barrel finish to me.
Yeah, it's like more concentrated, heavier,
It's kind of fun.
a more dense expression for sure. The lower ones.
I never remember that every week.
Yeah,
You did like it.
that was not lost.
Yeah.
Sorry. Caramel Butterfly says, I need to come do a sit down. I absolutely love whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
We designed that T-shirt. Yeah.
I like this one the most.
Our company did that on Tuesday.
Yeah,
I do.
indeed.
That's why you're our girl.
This has more flavor for me, more youthfulness.
And Anna's in on Whiskey Wednesday. You want to get on Whiskey Wednesday? Get behind us.
It's Brent's birthday.
It's Brent's birthday. Sit.
I saved a seat for you. Well, happy birthday. Mwah.
It's not her birthday.
It's his
I
birthday.
want the kiss.
Yeah.
It's my kiss. Oh. Her birthday. My birthday.
It's
I
my
get the
birthday
kiss.
every day. It's Brent's birthday. Every day is my birthday.
Yeah.
No more. It
I
went back.
reverse age.
All right. Bingo.
He just gets older.
Good.
Don't we all do?
Yeah,
You know,
right,
sometimes
right,
when
right.
I get families coming out here, and I was like, oh, how old are you? I was like, that's why I've been having so much gray in here. Working here for 20 years.
Everybody to catch up.
Everybody says hello, Anna. Wave to the camera. Everybody says
Right there,
hello.
right here. Wave to this camera. Here's the microphone, so you can
Here
talk
we
about
are. Welcome.
They know me. Yeah, I'm sure that everybody knows.
Anna Loom, the famous
They
Anna
already
Loom,
know.
is in the house on a Whiskey
They-
Wednesday.
Does that ever happen?
I think this might be
Never.
first or second
It's the
time.
Oh, wow.
That was my birthday.
Oh yeah,
the
So you
birthday.
go on
It's her-
birthdays.
Her,
All right.
her birthday.
Yeah.
Indeed. So amazing. Welcome
This is so. This
I'm
is so.
only like 23 years old.
to Anna. So
You've
yeah,
lost
Anna,
13
give it
years
a
since
give it
you've
a
been sitting here.
Brent went from 37 to 26.
I know. I was like, we just
Yeah,
lost like
exactly.
13 years.
Yeah, that's the way I roll. I remember back in the day when I used to try to pretend that I was older than I was so I could get clients.
But if you're only 26, is back in the day, like 2 years
Now
ago.
I'm just trying to like downplay my age. My wife stays
I think she knows how old you are. I think she knows.
with me. Sure.
Brent, I know what you mean, man. I was doing the same thing, man. When I came in here at like 21, 22, and I'm talking to folks
And now
about
you're like
wine.
18.
If they know I'm 21, 22, it's like they were looking at me, dude, what are you going to tell me?
You're like, I
I'm talking
grew
to
up in
40,
this.
50, you know, late 30, 40, 50-year-olds.
But you grew up around
And
this,
at the
right?
time,
Yeah.
not in that sense
Well,
where
yeah.
we had that programming.
But
But it was
like,
the same thing. It was like,
as far as I'm concerned, I'm like maybe 25, 26.
Now he's 25. By the time we leave, he'll be 19.
True.
And it's
Indeed.
tasting spice.
Yeah.
good. You say some spice, Anna? Good
Yeah,
job.
it's
Yeah, some
spice.
spiciness. Yeah. A little
Is that
spicy, spice and cinnamon. Yep.
The cinnamon, yes.
Cinnamon.
Okay.
Cinnamon and
Okay.
spice. Okay.
Just think about it.
How does it go down? How is
I
it?
haven't tried yet.
Oh, you haven't
I
tried it yet?
haven't drank it.
Okay.
I'm just trying to
Yeah,
You're trying to get all your smells
Yeah.
together.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to get the nose.
I get
Yeah.
it.
I haven't tried it.
For sure. Come on. Oh, such. She is ready. She's been waiting for this
It
moment.
goes down.
She's like, I will drink it when I'm ready.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, the notes of the spicy. There is any
Serious face.
honey. I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Mhm.
some honey in there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have to drink it. I'm just trying to.
You
just
should
get
drink
the
it
Okay,
nose.
we gotta
too.
drink it now
You
though.
got to drink it.
Yeah, we have to drink.
Yo,
That's
yeah.
the fun part.
If
We
you
need
don't
to-
drink it, I'm
Because
gonna
then you have to
drink.
confirm the smells with the taste, right?
We need to drink it now.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
And it's oh my god.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Didn't mean to ruin your broadcast.
There's a sip.
It
so
is.
It's all Susan.
Silky.
Susan's such a bad influence on me.
Indeed.
Everyone knows.
Silky.
Everyone knows he's
Silky.
lying.
Yeah.
so
That 101 is very silky, right?
Yeah.
But I like that it still finishes dry on the palate.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
There's no
Yes,
burn.
it is.
There's no
Yes.
burn to this, but
There's
the alcohol is
There's
present.
no
Yeah.
burn.
Yeah.
So there's no burn in there. There's salty. Yeah. So yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Which one
Absolutely.
is this one?
Absolutely.
It's
This is
the.
the good old Johnny Drum. Remember we
Johnny
sold out of
Drum.
it when we had that tasting that time, right?
I can
Oh,
see
yeah.
why. That's
Matter of
yeah.
fact, let me see. Was Matt doing that tasting? I think that was when Matt was here. He was
Oh.
doing that tasting.
If he's watching.
He is.
Hello,
He is
Maddie.
watching.
Ellie,
He is
Ellie's
watching.
on
no,
too.
no, Ellie and
There's
Matt.
the camera
Ellie
right
and
there.
Matt said hello. Ellie and Matt said tell Anna hi.
Okay. Oh.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Oh, this lineup was the Willett family lineup. This is their, I don't want to say lower tier, but
No, it's just
Yeah,
Value
so
brands.
Willett,
he's trying
the
to
Willett
Figure it out.
brand, the portfolio. their
Yeah, he
portfolio.
always
Yes.
tells me.
All of
I'm
these products
trying.
are from the Willett portfolio. They make all of them. They distill, barrel age, and bottle each of these brands
So, oh, they
under
are online.
the
Ellie and,
under their
you know, Ellie and
flagship
Yeah.
name,
yeah.
Willett.
Mhm.
And so behind each bottle, it tells you that it's been distilled at Willett bottle. So all their proprietary brands.
So big.
So beautiful stuff. I think I'm going to start with the Johnny Drum 101. I like it a lot. Within this 101 series, you can
I
tell
love
that the weight, the warmer kind of flavor components of the cinnamon, heavier caramels, more roundness in the mid palate comes forth, but you still get the spices, a little less of the kind of spearminty lighter spice and more of the pepper spice note, cinnamon spice note. As you get into the finish, it's crazy how smooth it is and how balanced the alcohol is.
Some
And
youthfulness
you
there.
still get, you still get a dry finish where it doesn't go too sweet, too heavy. So it's still very clean, similar to how the old Bardstown was extremely clean, but almost too clean. There was
Right.
less flavor component complexity there. I like Johnny Drum quite a bit. I'm going to be back probably up to a 6.75 to a 7 on that one. Right in between 6.75 to 7. I think I will probably land at 6.75. It's a great value. I think it's equally as balanced as Old Bardstown at a 90 proof. Right? I think the balance is there between the two of them. If I have the ability to kind of pick either one during this time of the year, I'm going Johnny Drum probably, but I wouldn't mind starting with the old Bardstown 90 proof still. So yeah, I think I'm solid at 6.75. How about yourself?
I don't know. I'm gonna go a tick higher. I'm at 7 on this one. I'm very pleased with this one. Price point, taste. Yeah, I'm at 7. I'm at 7. It's a little more complexity there. It's not as light. Yeah, I'm gonna go 7. Have to. The best one on the table yet. So I'm gonna go 7. Have to.
Hey,
Birthday boy.
I don't know. I'm inclined to agree with you. Like, again, I go back to my return on investment, right? Like, for the price point, I think it's probably a 7 as well. Not because I think it's the best bourbon in the world, but you can't ignore the value point, right? Like, I'm going to go with the 7 as well. I love it.
beautiful, beautiful.
I also think it's a 7.
Okay.
I like the other old Bardstown, that one, the 101. Is that 101?
Yes.
I like that one a little better than
The
the
drum.
Johnny Drum. Yep.
Oh, okay.
But it's very delicious. Like if I could only drink that, I'd be happy. But I like the other one now that I have an option.
I'm coming back to 7.1.
7.1.
7.1. It's good. It's good.
It is good.
Everything
Yeah.
everyone said is valid.
Yeah.
I like it just a
Good.
little bit more. And in the grand scheme of things, it's a little bit
7.1.
more. You got a 7.1.
For me, I go for the 7.
7?
Maybe, I mean,
7.
6.5. I don't know.
6.75 maybe. It's good. It's good.
Just me.
Well, you heard it here, folks. Anna Banana's first rating.
All right.
You heard it here.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So you got it. We got those ratings in, and yeah, for
Fun stuff.
about a $40 bottle,
It's good.
it does deliver, folks.
Yeah.
It really does deliver.
I don't think I have to buy any more expensive whiskeys anymore.
Maybe Anna, but everyone is 7, including Anna as well. So I was
Brent 7.1.
6.75 to 7. Brent is 7.1.
Yeah. Brent needed to win. Yeah.
Right. Make sure you factor that in.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah,
yes, indeed.
I'm not buying nothing expensive no more. I might as well just sit at the 7 rating range and just drink good.
They're all
It
good.
does deliver.
Even like, yeah,
Okay.
they're all
Mhm.
good.
And the thing about the Willett lineup thus far, nothing tastes manufactured, kind of immature. There's a mature flavor component kind of across the board where it's like, okay, there's some quality distilling with nice oil extraction and good aging, which is almost that sherry-like, patina-like, the barrel, you can almost taste the age and kind of that hint of rustic quality about these whiskeys, which you have to appreciate because, they aren't new at it. They've been doing it for a long, long time. They are pioneers within the American whiskey game. And, shout out to Willett for that. So, of course, we're going to take a water break. Hey, Anna, although you're whispering, you're still on mic.
Okay.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Like I said, hot mic.
Right. So
let's rinse these glasses.
I was like, literally.
It's Wednesday for the ages around here.
Right. Indeed.
We're rinsing here. We've had some good comments lately, Bernie.
Oh, yeah?
What are you guys hearing?
Check those out.
Oh, man, I can't see you anymore, man.
Wow. So Caramel Butterfly says, great companion for cigars, barbecue. The caramel notes give it a smooth, round finish. But most of all, it can be used in a drizzle or glaze for desserts.
Another baking tip.
Caramel Butterfly. Okay.
Also, this is great for intro to whiskey for those who don't like whiskey.
Indeed. Caramel Butterfly, tell us what you do. I can't quite see your picture. You have to drop your creds in the comments right there, please, if you don't mind.
Ellie says making history with Anna's first rating on Whiskey Wednesday.
Indeed.
Ellie.
Indeed. Shout out to Ellie. Bartender for 30 years.
Wow.
There you go. Come on. Let's
I
go.
know
A
what
vet.
you're talking about.
A
vet.
vet.
She should be teaching bartender school by now.
Well, I'm
30
sure
years
she is.
in.
She's teaching us right now. Come on now.
I see.
Absolutely.
I went
Bring
to
that
that-
knowledge,
I
of
went to
that
that
30-year
thing.
knowledge. Absolutely. I'm right behind you with 26, but
I went to
all
that
right.
26 and you 34.
26.
And
I'm 34 too. Yeah, Brent and I are the same age, everybody.
No,
We're,
Brent's older. He says 37.
He'll come back and be
well,
23.
by like 6 months, man. Not even that. Right?
Built, she says, built for tough for whiskey.
Come on. Absolutely. Love it. I love it. I love it. Absolutely.
Anna's
So,
been tasting for 100 years. We are late.
wow. Ralph. I don't know how she's going to feel about that one, brother.
No, I don't.
Tasting for 100.
Right.
But I went to
Oh,
Bardstown.
Brent,
Here's
this
your
is your
hero.
favorite. We're up
Alright.
next.
Yep. Absolutely.
It's on the floor
Also,
next to
if
you.
you don't mind. Absolutely.
Thank you.
If you don't mind pouring them up, please.
Oh,
What's
I'm
your
very-
faves?
I'm very excited.
Anna, are you done? Okay.
Hey.
Let him. And
Sure.
I'll come back.
This is my board. Thank you, sir.
And then
No, go.
maybe.
Just a smidge for Anna.
Yep. Do a little bit.
I don't have to go home tonight. I'm home.
Oh, we're gonna party all night. Let's go. All right. So, let's
Okay.
let's
Okay. We're back.
Let's
We're back
get
to
a
this
little-
again. Okay.
exactly. Let's
Yeah,
get a
there we
little
go.
Glen Kieran cam going on, folks.
Glen Karen Cam, folks.
That's the
Ooh.
Rowan's Creek right there. Kentucky Straight Bourbon Whiskey. Of course, as you can see, right along here, Willett Distillery, Bardstown, Kentucky. That's what we're drinking. Hey, drop us a line if you're a fan of this whiskey. It is a fun 101 whiskey. I love the Rowan's Creek and the Noah's Mill labels. It's like they almost wrote it on and kind of drew that, like somebody just kind of drew on some
Kindergarten,
old
first
parchment
grade.
paper. Yeah. I love that. I love that label. Let's go ahead and sit it back up front. We're kind of what's the second to the last leg right there with the Rowan's Creek. Let's go. Let's see what we got.
What are we smelling here? What are we smelling here?
Peppery.
I'm getting
It reminds me of like a peppery, like Pinot Noir. Do you know what I mean? Like that.
No, Zai, what you mean? I'm getting the spearmint tea thing again.
Oh, now I'm gonna try to smell that. Because you said it, I can smell it. Otherwise, I wouldn't.
It's
It's peppery. It's
There's some
peppery.
bite to that.
Yeah, it's peppery.
But I like that.
Bite on the taste?
Oh yeah, 100%.
I haven't tasted it yet.
I mean, in the grand scheme of smooth versus bite, this is definitely more bitey. But that, for me,
It's delicious.
I'd like to know when I'm drinking some off.
I
I like
spearmint.
that.
Indeed.
There.
Indeed.
Okay. So now
It's like
that I-
peppercorn.
Yeah, definitely some more bite to that one, but a lot more candy-ish too, though.
Yeah,
It's definitely some sweetness there.
it's not. I actually really like a sweet bourbon. That I'm a maker smart kind of guy, but like it's high proof, it's high octane. There's a little bit of bite, but like I like it. I like it.
I got
They're like a nut, like a peanut.
that's like Evil Knievel over
Yeah.
there.
If you're trying to be like all smooth and subtle, not this is not.
It's not for you.
But if you like a little bit of bite, you like a little bit of spice with your drink.
So, Susan, you said some nuttiness to this?
Like
So, yeah.
in the finish, it's like a little peanut, like
Like
not
peanut brittle?
butter. Like, yeah,
100%.
like a
A peanut caramel. Peanut
Something.
brittle.
Not to be confused with peanut butter flavor, because that's not what we're talking about here.
No, not a flavoring.
no. Just like a
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I have to agree with Susan. I have to agree with Brent as well. I have to agree with Lonzo. There's this kind of sweeten profile that you get. It reminded me a little bit of the Bardstown.
I didn't get no sweetness
There's
right there.
the kind of heavier caramels that lead into Johnny Drum. So it's almost like you take those bookmarks and you put this one in between, but you then elevate and give a little bit more complexity of the flavor profile with a little bit more of this kind of peanutty, kind of nutty, a bit more of a floral spice to me, characteristic, especially that nose, a bit more of a floral spice, a little more of like these other. Did you say? Did
She
she
said
say
clove,
clove?
yeah.
Yep, absolutely. This next level of floral spices like clove, right? That really come into play, and a little bit of a nuttiness, kind of that you do see from some American whiskeys. Sometimes Tennessee whiskeys, you'll see that a little bit more.
Bernard,
But
I
that's
feel like
that
for
aspect.
your bourbon fans,
Mm.
man, this is a little bit of a departure, but like in a good way. Like
Yeah.
if I were a bourbon man, and to be clear,
You are.
I am. I like this, right? I think this is a great little, little how can I put it? Little path down the bourbon road from something sweeter like a Maker's or a Buller or something like that. Like a little spicier, a little bit,
little more
there's a lot
structure.
more structure, more complexity.
Yeah.
The peanut buttery, I'm like, it's tiny. It's tiny, but like I do like it.
Right. And I have to agree. The peanut is there.
If you've got some like bourbon fans, I would recommend this.
Yeah, absolutely. The peanut is there, but don't confuse us for like heavy peanut butter intensity.
It's a little
like
bit
the
in the
peanut
back.
itself, right?
Right,
It's
right.
like the peanut itself, the raw peanut, and then just that hint of little buttery tones, like fresh butter, like fresh churned
You're right.
butter
It's
in the
more
background.
buttery than
It's
peanut
not
butter.
the Jiffy or Peter Pan,
It's
thought,
not peanut butter
right?
whiskey. Yeah.
Absolutely. So I think that this one does have the fuller scope of complexity that's elevated to a point where you are really expanding the mid palate.
Yeah.
Right. And once you get into the finish, all those flavors continue to stay right there in the mid palate and fire off, kind of on your taste buds, right? More so than you feeling a spirit note. There's no intensity of the spirit note in the background, especially after the second sip. Then I think this one really completes that full flavor arc.
I noticed like all of them as we've been going along the way too, that they have very, very strong structure. Because the tannin is there. It got a little more prevalent. It got a little more. It got heavier as we went with. I want to say the quality got better as we've been drinking tonight, and the structure has gotten more and more in your face. We're here. We're sweet, but we also are going to carry these mature characteristics down the line. Like I said, it's a lot of this tannin feeling as we've been going. As I feel the quality's been getting better. So
Yeah.
well, it has outstanding structure
Yeah.
to me.
Absolutely.
It's consistent.
Yeah. And what do you think of Anna?
To me, like I say, the tangling is still there after the taste.
A long finish.
Yeah, your tongue is like the tangling is there. It's just
The tingling, the
The
flavors, there's still flavor, there's still tingling, there's
Is
still
it like sandy?
activation of the palate, right?
yeah, it's
Yeah.
strong, but then your tongue it will be there. Like, I don't know how to describe it, but it's just
The
Yeah.
tannin.
Absolutely.
it's there.
Well, I think tannin, the tannin,
tannin,
the
yeah.
flavors, the alcohol, the spices, everything. is there,
Everything, yeah,
right?
it
Everything's
all
firing
it
off.
all sits
So
there.
I will say that
It's
this
a
one
longer finish.
into the finish gives you way more complexity
Yes.
than the first two. Where this one finished, I think, with some sweeter tones on the mid palate, but they didn't extend as long as this one does, right?
No, not at all.
And you got some drier structure in wood notes, but they were still warm. This one gave you like dry wood notes without as much flavor in that
Right.
mid palate,
Agreed.
where you felt the alcohol kind of
Right.
there, energized, but less structure, right? some sweet tones, but like really quick in the finish. So we absolutely built along the way, kind of in complexity. You say quality, it's crazy. The whiskeys are about the same age, folks. They are all from the same stills.
I mean,
the
this
same
is
matte
like the ninth
bills,
floor. This is more like the sixth floor.
mid floor, yeah. And they really do go in and
They do
and
change.
blend these whiskeys according to where they select these barrels out of the rick house.
What if these
So
two
that's
were
kind of
blended
that
together to make
style.
that?
I mean, well, I should say that's the
Mhm.
brand style, but from one house, and that's super neat that they do that. So, what was the question?
I said, what if these were two blended to make that? What if it was?
Could be,
Because that's
that
what I
would be
feel
neat.
like. I feel like we got here with the crate strong structure. I get here, it's got way more depth of flavor. And then you
Yeah,
get here, it's
yeah.
kind of like I'm getting both.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Well, there was a they keep a lot of stuff, close to the vest. But it was probably about 4 years ago, right in the midst of COVID, that I had a nice little session with folks at Willett, and they went through all of kind of what they do for each one.
I wish I was
But
there.
I promised I would keep a couple things a little close to the vest. So
Are they the same company?
It's all the same company.
All Willett.
But they blend?
This is all Willett. So I have to rate it, folks. I'm going 7.25
Ooh.
for
Agreed.
the Rowan.
That's where I was going.
I get that.
I was going 7.25.
That makes
Definitely was
sense.
going there. Solid score, amazing score, above average. As Brent would say, punching way above his weight class.
100%.
Delicious. Never had Rowan's Creek. Always wanted to try it. Never had Noah's Mill either. This definitely makes me want to try Noah's Mill.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of this Rowan's Creek.
Yeah.
You sold me.
I know, right?
So
It's good bourbon. Like it's good.
now you got to start distilling. Now you have to start distilling.
100%.
I'll go.
Now you have to start distilling.
Anna wants to go. You don't want to go? Or you do?
Yeah, I'll go down for 6.
Ooh,
6.
not your favorite.
A 6. Wow. And it's a hard. And
The hard
it's
grader.
a hard critic.
Yeah.
Wow. Anna said 6.
I would say 7 for this one too.
7.
Yeah.
So we're talking Mill,
Rowan's Creek. What would you rate it?
and I'm way higher than you guys.
You
Like,
can be.
Okay.
No, but this is like 7.5, pushing 8.
7.5.
Would you go 7.75?
I might go higher than that. If you have to lock me in, I'll give it an 8. I
There
think
you go.
that is brilliant bourbon.
Ooh.
That guy.
I really like that bourbon.
This guy's giving the ratings away.
Hey,
All right, Brent.
Wait a minute.
I mean, here's the thing. Like,
Anna say
I've been
6?
through the flight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I go
I
for
get it.
6.
Susan was what?
7.
7?
I'm just saying. I think like
Brent,
Brent?
what's your final answer,
Yeah.
Brent?
Are you locking it in at
I'm
8?
locking in an 8.
8.
That is an underrated
Okay.
bourbon right there. I will drink that all day long, every day, on my birthday, on my
Not birthday.
wife's birthday, on my chief of staff's birthday. All
Nice.
of which may
Anybody's
all of which
birthday?
may happen next week.
Anybody's birthday?
Anybody's birthday. That's right. Beautiful.
I'm telling you, I think that is an undervalued bourbon.
How much is? What's the price point
Mhm.
on that one?
So Rowan's another one of those awesome values, right? And Anna, where are we on Rowan's these days?
I see it
It's
priced,
like-
but I don't want to say the wrong thing because I don't know if that's what the tag says.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that's not it.
Okay. See, I'm glad I didn't say it.
I'm in love
so
with this Rowan's Creek.
It's really good.
It is really good.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are just like literally very close to, if not right on top of, the price point that you are able to get
44.
Johnny Drum, just a tick over, right? So all these like tick up just a little bit. 45 bucks is where we are
Rowan said 44.
on Rowan's Creek.
Oh,
Yep,
you guys
yep,
are
yep.
giving that away.
44. Absolutely.
Man, I gotta give me a bottle of that.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
And at about another $10 up, and I wish I had something. We're all out of right now. Is the Noah's Mill 114 proof.
Ooh.
114.
Wow, love that one. 114.5, I believe, or 114.
Okay.
But also really, really good. I think it follows a similar mash bill and selection from the property as the Noah's Mills does, just at a higher proof point. And of course, blended to a way in a fashion which really just showcases the greatness of. So, folks, that was our rating of the Rowan's Creek 101 from the Willett Family Distillery out of Bardstown, Kentucky. It was a high rater, folks.
Delicious stuff.
Most of us rated it between 7.25 and 8. Except for one person, Anna rated it
That's 6. Oh,
You just have to
There
do
you
these more
go.
often
She
and
always
figure out your
dares to be
pattern.
different.
Anna's a
She's
hard
always
critic,
a
folks.
wild card, folks. Don't put her in a competition. She is going to definitely be the challenger of challenger.
That was good.
Always gotta love it. Always
That was good, y'all.
got to love it. Gosh, that was a fresh crack as well. It's been fun, so
You know what? Be honest,
you
not to
agree?
say anything crazy about this brand, but the label for Rowan's Creek, it always deterred me from it. It didn't look so like the bottle itself looked like, okay, I'm gonna buy something that's a little more mid-tier expensive, not crazy. But the label's like, that label doesn't look like a expensive branding label. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it was like 1 foot in, I'm like, oh, I'm interested. It looks like it's gonna be good. It's on the mid to top shelf sometimes. And then you look at the label, it looks like wasn't a lot put into it. So I always had like a 50-50 feeling about it. But now that I've drank it, I'll probably buying a bottle next week.
Yeah, well, that's one of the reasons why I've been certainly looking forward to doing this lineup. I told you before we had considered doing it in the past. Hadn't done it yet, and that's what's super exciting because we, of course, love the green top and purple top Willets, but actually tasting through
The everyday stuff,
is
versus some of your everyday makers and bullets and all that stuff.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
Absolutely. Well, we're going to switch it up a little bit now, folks. And we're bringing out one of the unicorns.
Ooh,
folks,
unicorn.
This is Willett. This is Willett Unicorn. I'm going to put it right here next to the Glencairn cam for a quick set. Oh, boy. We are getting into unicorn.
That is true.
Status right now. And this is the famous Willett 8-year Wheated Bourbon Purple Top, folks. It's here. It's here.
We are no longer giving out microphones.
Absolutely, especially with Anna.
I'm allowed a microphone.
Because, of course, Anna, she's the reason why a lot of folks come. Because she is the chatterbox of chats, for sure.
You put the chat in chat.
Come on, Zoe, let's pour that. Let's pour it up.
I mean, this is always special when you go to.
Let's see what that's
You need
looking
butter?
like.
Here.
Oh, look at the golden honey coming out of that bad boy. You can do a little bit more than that.
I already knew that,
All right.
baby.
I already have
We're
water.
gonna finish with that. Come on.
We already
Glencairn
have
cam.
water.
Oh man, this is good stuff here. All
This
right,
is
this
the
is a treat right here.
There you go.
Ooh, look at that color.
You're gonna jump into this and be like, wow. You are going to Brent. This you're gonna fall in love, Brent. That was a birthday pour.
That was a birthday pour.
That was definitely.
Always see Black Draft,
Ooh.
branding,
Okay.
all
This one
around that, including the tasting table that we're sitting on now. Sitting on Black Draft barrel Bernie and barrel Matt.
Oh, right.
Indeed. And keep
Wow.
a lookout. We might be sourcing another barrel. Keep a lookout as well for a trip out to Black Draft of Martinsburg, West Virginia. We may have to do that very soon. Group of you all. So look out for that invite to travel out there to Black Draft with us.
Take it on the road.
Crew.
Phenomenal.
Look out for it. forgot I'm not mic'd up. So we step
I'm
over.
sorry.
I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
and
We gonna,
so
you
forth.
know what? We gonna just flip it on here from now on. That way
Don't
it
get
won't
too
move.
far. We need to get close to it, right?
All right.
But here we go, folks. The Willett.
What a treat
year.
on the table. Woo. This is starting to be a birthday bottle.
Unicorn. This was your birthday bottle,
Yeah,
man.
Brent, it's
And
your
now it's
birthday.
Brent's birthday.
It's
bottle.
a tradition going on right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So
He's turning
Brent,
27 this year.
27 this year. Nice.
27.
All right, you all. Let's go.
Ah,
Get mic'd up. You are on camera. You all give us your first thoughts of this one.
yes.
So, a lot of spice in this one, right?
Less spice.
He said, I think he said a lot of spice.
A lot of spice.
No, but like the overtones, that vanilla. You know, I'm a sucker for vanilla, right? That
Absolutely.
creeps back in a way that is just really, really nice. Hold on.
Well,
Man,
Well,
those overtones, right? Oh,
of the vanillins.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm loving that. Like, it's not. I know it's always not the most popular thing, but like, I love those vanilla overtones. Like, I could drink this all day, every day. In fact, I very well may. To be fair, this may be my birthday gift to myself.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Indeed. Susan, what do you think?
Is it weird that I taste licorice?
No, not at all.
No. It's
The,
not
like
weird
in
at all.
the back of my palate, it tastes a little.
Like
Licorice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like anise?
Yeah.
The anise,
Yeah.
licorice, right. And that's
Now,
one of
to
the
be clear,
components.
that's wrong. Try again.
No, I think that's a common flavor profile of alcohol,
Yeah.
right? You can get that anise licorice-esque note to,
Yeah, it's not
distilled
overwhelming,
products.
but it's just got like you can taste it a little bit,
Uh-huh.
which I like. I like licorice, so it's good.
Good. How about you, girl?
Okay, so you I would say like behind it, there is a bite behind it. There is some strong behind.
A little more bite. Okay. I might not have said before, but we're moving from 101 proof to 108 proof with this one.
So there is that bite, but
Indeed.
then
Nah, says he about to pull him a Willett purple top, right? So he can feel included.
and then
Come on,
there
let's
is
do it, bro.
that the caramel is already there, but behind it there is some bite. I don't know whatever it is, but I'm just saying.
Okay. Great. All right. Come on, let's bring it on.
Okay.
Bring it on
Let's
to
see.
the front and center. Zoe, what are you getting, man?
Man.
Yeah, I am getting, a higher ABV. First and foremost, right? You are getting a higher ABV. And also, I will say this is a wheated style bourbon. So what wheated bourbons usually do, they usually display in a more forward vanillin and oak structure, leather, dry fashion compared to the high rye style bourbon mash bills that usually pull a bit more of the caramel and of course spices as rye has, with the spice being more black pepper, peppercorn, because of the rye itself, more grassy, sometimes a bit more bell pepper like note, the Parazine type flavors. So this being a wheated style bourbon, I'm definitely getting more of the vanillins and the fresh oak like notes.
See, I'm getting more dark fruit, and I got some raisins coming out for me.
Oh.
The raisinated characteristics.
The raisinated characteristics.
Yeah,
Now I'm gonna try it again. That you said raisin.
Yeah, a bit more of the raisin. I would even say a little, I don't know if that's still more so heavy caramel or just a little fresh cacao.
I'm going some orange. I'm getting orange.
Yeah.
Like the actual fruit.
Zest. A zest. I'm seeing more of
No,
a
zest for me, zest is too strong. It's gonna be zest is too floral. This is kind of more like just actually smelling the rind without scratching it.
So like an unpeeled orange when you smell it, or like when you peel it and you smell it.
I'm seeing more zest.
I'm getting unpeeled. Like when you just pick it up and you smell the orange itself without
Yeah, the orange
disturbing
is there.
it.
You know, the orange is definitely there. You know, so definitely orange is there.
Uh-huh.
Orange is there, but I don't know whether it's zest or something. But there's something.
Jesus Christ.
There's something in that citrus realm. That
That
citrus.
is so good, so smooth,
Yeah.
Something is.
so crazy.
Okay.
I don't know.
I am getting your
It's
anise.
like right
very
at the-
vague in
yes.
the back.
It's just like you have to like look for it, and it's like
It's there, and it's like, because I'm not an anise licorice guy at all, but that is like not disturbing, but it's you can appreciate that flavor.
yeah.
But I love it aftertaste because it's just go down by
This is too smooth.
The aftertaste, I love it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Too smooth.
Yeah,
Mm.
the aftertaste is.
Oh, you're sleeping.
Mm.
Oh,
Yeah.
This is it. We're done.
So here is where you have once again
Right.
the arc of
Yeah, the
flavor,
aftertaste.
and there's the creaminess, there's the vanillins, there's a fruit. The fruit is like almost a little bit of stone fruit,
Hmm.
little kind of dried fruit, like dried pear.
You
Right.
said
Dried
cacao was in there.
pear.
Yeah, get a little dried pear, maybe
Man.
dried apple. No, but it's kind of background. That's right, but there's that fruit note. There's a little bit of the, of course, the vanilla and bean, like note, dry vanilla.
Man, this is great. It's so smooth, delicious. The raisinated character is just lingering. It's there.
But
Mm.
I'm biased. Anything raisinated character, I'm biased.
In the reapproach to the nose, there's a little bit of like a true like wet oak.
I can see that on the
No,
reapproach.
yeah.
On the reapproach.
Aftertaste.
Wet oak. Of course, you can kind of put that into a corn, sweet
The
corn,
aftertaste.
uh,
Like I usually.
corn meal. I'm sorry.
Corn.
Let's get you here. I want to pick. What were you saying?
Or you know how like the orange, like when you peel the orange.
It's like the oil.
The orange is there.
The oil of the orange.
The zest.
Yeah,
and all
the
that.
That's right. So that's where I say like there's a
That's the
Because I
zest.
true aromatic
usually
zest
do it
and like
I cut orange and I'll taste it and put it
as
the
you
skin.
like peel away from the skin, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just sitting right there on my.
Oh, look at that.
Indeed.
My mother this joint.
Indeed.
Oh, hi,
What's
Mom.
going on,
Hey,
Mom?
Mama.
Absolutely.
So that's the orange. That's the oil, like
That you taste. Yeah. Wow.
That is
Absolutely.
What do you
amazing.
pick up the most, Bernie?
I'm sorry.
What do you pick up the most, like flavor wise?
For me, it's oak, citrus, orange, dry, like dried orchard fruit note that almost has its own little floral
Mhm.
kind of component to it. Stone fruit characteristics like pitted, white fruit
Interesting.
note, oak tones, wet oak tones. So not quite into the leathery
Yeah.
kind of ethereal characteristic, but like an oak realm
Yeah.
that is there for sure. Toast, of course.
Mhm.
Still a little bit of cinnamon. Still a little cinnamon there.
Really?
Yeah, a little bit of cinnamon. I'm
Brent
getting,
doesn't agree with you.
but
Brent turned his head away when you said cinnamon.
Yeah, he definitely did.
no cinnamon for you.
No
Vanilla. though.
cinnamon?
No.
Like
we have no cinnamon.
a little bit of cinnamon for me.
Let's
Kind of like
some of
cinnamon,
these still
like a
fancy.
little cinnamon, cinnamon toast crunch cinnamon
Oh,
with the sugar
interesting.
crystals.
Like a sweeter cinnamon versus
Yeah.
like a stick.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, not the heavy cinnamon stick,
Yeah.
but like a light cinnamon
A
sugar.
little
Dessert cinnamon.
Like literally the cinnamon
like
sugar.
cinnamon sugar that you sprinkle on
That
like
you sprinkle,
toast
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Indeed.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is phenomenal. Purple
Yeah.
top.
You're wrapping it up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating. I can
We gotta taste this again in February.
Mm-hmm.
feel this in my mouth.
Mhm.
So that's
Mm.
the like lime.
Mhm.
It's the
There's a chew to it.
I love it.
Indeed.
Some acidity.
See how you score it.
Indeed.
Definitely some acidity
All
there.
right. So, Brent, we're gonna start you off with the rating again, sir.
I need you lean
Ooh.
back a little bit, Brent.
Lean
You
back.
can't see
There
me.
you go.
Sorry. Tough. I really liked it. Like really liked it. I don't like to be middle of the road, but man, this could be my sluggy bourbon. I'm gonna give
Slugging
it
bourbon.
like an 8.5.
All right.
8.5.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm a simple man with simple needs.
So what, 8? Said 8.5.
8.5.
The high
8.5.
score.
Yeah.
All right, Susan.
All right. I really liked it.
Mhm.
On the table, it was not my favorite, but it's delicious. So just not comparing it to anything else, I'd probably give it like a 7.75, maybe an 8.
7.75,
Yeah.
maybe an 8. Okay.
Anna loves it, so I'm gonna curious what she actually scores it.
All right, Anna, what you giving it with all the orange?
I love it for a 9.
A 9.
Oh,
Woo-wee.
she gave it a 9.
Oh boy.
This is a good bourbon here.
What? What? So
Yeah.
we had, as we said,
that is a bold
Brent
score.
did what?
8.5.
8.5. Susan was
I
at
did
7.75.
7.75. Yeah.
7.75. Anna was at
9.
what?
9.
9. Nice.
We thought you were a hard grader. Not so much.
Nice.
When you like it, you like it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. She likes it. She likes it. She really likes it. Anna really likes it.
Anna knows
that
what's
is-
up, Maddie says.
That is dope. That is dope. For sure.
Okay.
Indeed. Okay.
These people know good bourbon when they taste it, Bernie.
They do. They do. I mean, you know, it's a special day, special time. It's a good
Special bottle with
Shit.
good
House.
people.
Sorry. No, I just keep
And
talking.
so,
I'll get it.
so
It's-
yeah.
I'll get it. When I'm
Come
good.
on,
Yeah.
so it's on you, brother.
I am 8.75.
Whoa.
8.75.
That
I
made me
don't
happy.
know what we rated this when we first opened this, but I know this was about 2.5, 3 months ago. I don't think it's lost any intensities. Any flavor hasn't fell off. Very smooth, complex, transitional. The flavors transition well with me. There's a depth of character there. Yeah, it's 8.75.
Nice.
It's 8.75 all day,
Nice. Wow.
all day.
Wow. Well, oh Lonzo at 8.75. And I think that as I've had an opportunity to retaste this, because gosh, we tasted this back in your birthday month, right?
July.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, almost 3 months. 2.5, 3 months, almost.
Mm-hmm. It's fun because I was just drinking last night the old Rip Van Winkle 10-year-old, which is a 107 proof, which was delicious, right? Also a wheated style bourbon, classic wheated style bourbon.
I think this is better.
And
This is better.
that was fun.
This is better
And
than
I
10.
believe I was at a 8.5 on that.
Yeah, this is better.
So because of a little bit more of a rustic note, a little bit more of a feathered out complexity into the finish, like this is I'll have to agree. Right at 8.75.
Wow.
This is better than Pappy 10. All day.
Wow.
It's better than Pappy 10.
0.5.
Wow.
I'm not that far.
No, you're not.
I'm not that
Yeah,
far. But I wanted
indeed.
to make sure that it was supposed to be.
8.75, folks. Goodness gracious.
Well, I
Yeah.
can't tell
This
you
is
not.
definitely better than Pappy 10. All day.
You know, this is
What's wrong with you guys people? Like, you guys are
7.75 up to 8.75.
To a 9.
9 from Anna.
9
Oh,
from
I'm so
Anna.
sorry. Anna was 9.
Yeah.
Did I do that correctly?
Yeah, it's
Anna,
right there.
oh yeah, Anna is 9. Yeah, it's on there. It's on there. So 7.75 to 9. An exceptional experience, folks. This is definitely a unicorn We're talking about a bottle. If you find it, you're probably at $400 to $1,000.
I don't know, but
Just
people
depending
are so
on
like, okay, what do
where
you
you. Hey, Anna, one second.
Sure.
Depending on where you get it, it is a unicorn of unicorns from the Willett Distillery's portfolio. It's their 8-year wheated bourbon, folks, and exceptional it is. Gosh, I think we all better because it was the highest rater. Let's get a little bit more of this. If you don't
You
have it,
pouring
in
some
our
more?
glass,
You still have some.
ready
Oh man,
Just
ain't gonna be no more left,
to
Ernie.
celebrate.
We are good.
Just to celebrate. Susan,
Just
Brent,
a drop.
Anna.
Yeah, we are
But we're
good.
celebrating. We gotta toast it up once again
For Brent's
because
birthday.
I tell you,
We
there
are
is a
Thank you.
guy.
I think we are all good, right?
Nice
There-
for the pup.
There is a guy that I
wanted-
know
and I'm sure the company was
that is a special guy and known and loved in and around this city. Of course, beloved on Capitol Hill,
Bernie,
but even more
you know it's the
so
weakness of mine.
in gosh,
Smells excellent.
in the greater DMV and in this world. We're blessed to have him as a part of our world right here. Brent Littner, happy birthday
Happy
to you,
birthday.
sir.
Thank you, Bernie.
Happy
Cheers.
23rd birthday. Matt,
Share that with
Matt said pour some extra in your glass for him.
Indeed,
Let the
indeed.
record reflect.
Let the record reflect. I tell you, just to good times, good people, good
Matt says
company,
happy birthday, Brent.
and good
When I come back.
whiskey.
From drink.
Hey,
We're spoiled people here.
that's what it's all about on this October 2nd, 2024.
Happy whiskey
We're
Wednesday.
starting off. Happy Whiskey Wednesday,
Thanks for
everybody.
having us.
Indeed, indeed. It was
We'll
a
see you
pleasure
in
having
7
you.
days.
Bernie.
Shout out to Willett Distillery out of Bardstown, Kentucky. We love your products. Celebrate you as well. Continued success to us all, right?
7 days.
See you in 7 days. Cheers, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
That was super fun.
This Willie is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever given anything at a 10?
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever
One.
given anything at a 10?
We did. We gave that Gatsby a 10. I'm telling you. The one that Drew bought. We gave it a 10. That's the only 10 I can remember. If it wasn't a 10, it had to be like 9.75. But I'm pretty sure we gave it a 10. That
What's that?
2000, that one that Drew bought here.
Yeah, no, you should. Yeah.
I'm telling you. That's the only thing in my brain.
Okay. I've never given anything a 10.
No, we
Have
on
you
the
ever
show
given
did.
like a 9.5 or?
That's the only thing in my brain. There's no
9.75?
other whiskey I can tell you.
Maybe a 9.75.
Maybe a 9. It was that. I'm telling you.
But
Like, no, there's nothing wrong with it.
It may
It's a 10.
deserve a 10, but yeah, it's tough to.
Because you
it's
never
like a
know,
perfect-
right? Yeah.
Ellie
Yeah.
keeps saying that Barrel Matt is a 10.
We did absolutely honorary. She rated definitely 10. And honorary.
Oh, that's an Ellie
10s.
rating.
Honorary 10s for all the black draft single barrel. Honorary 10. They get that doctoral, you know, as well as the.
If you're going to bottle it, you're giving it a 10.
Anything that's Chap's Liquors represented, of course, we are giving those all. Outside of anything that's not a Chat's Liquor single barrel.
Hey, this
So what they tell her, like,
It all
I'm the
gets
also,
honorary
I'm the highest one who
All
give
right,
out a
we're
9.
signing off, everybody. We're gonna see
Am I
you
the
in
only one
7
who do the
days.
9?